Well, mixer number 2 at the Rane booth that everybody's excited about is the Ttm57Mkii, and I'm going to talk with DJ Wiz about this new unit that it appeals, I would say, to the mobile and regular club DJ, right?
Oh yes, definitely. The original 57 was designed to be a little bit more of a turntablist mixer, which this is also, but it was designed to be so customizable to fit anybody's mixing needs that you could pretty much set it up to DJ how you DJ. We made a mixer that was going to be flexible enough to fit however you worked instead of you having to fit how the mixer works. And that's probably one of the reasons why the original 57 was such a classic mixer and everybody loved it so much.
So basically you can set this mixer and personalize it to you, the way you do your work.
To a high degree, yes. Probably more so than any other mixer. Like the original 57, you still have your kill switches on each channel, a temporary kill switch, so you can rhythmically tap out and kill frequencies. If you want to lock that in place, you can hold the shift button and press on the button, and that'll lock that in place. You can also still use the knobs, obviously, to filter out the frequencies. And if you take all the frequencies out, it's a full kill. No sound, no noise, no hiss, no hum at all on any system. You have Q samples buttons here, so in the Q mode, which you see here, I can trigger my cue points from Serato DJ. And we have true RGB lighting here, so the colors under the pads are going to reflect the colors of the cue points you have in your Serato DJ. You can trigger them, they're really sensitive. To delete a cue point, all you need to do is hold down shift and hit the button and it's gone. To reset it, just hit it again and you have your cue point there. If you press the Q samples button, toggle it, it switches to your SP6 sample player. Now in your SP6 you have 4 banks of samples. You can use your bank buttons to go through the different banks. Now you can see on this bank I only have 4 samples set up on these 4 pads. If I go to another bank, there aren't any samples in this bank. This one has 5 and this one has 6. So it'll show you again where your samples are, which bank you're in. You also have your library scroll knob here, so I can scroll through my tracks. Press down on the button, it'll load that track to the left deck. Press down on this side, it'll load to the right deck. I can hold down shift and hit this button and it'll go back into my crates. I can scroll through another crate, press down on it, go back into the songs in that crate and load them. So you don't have to touch the computer ever to load a song, to set cue points, to delete cue points, to trigger cue points, to play your SB6, to do your loops. You have a loop knob here that'll set the parameter of your loops. So like a 2-bar loop, 1-bar loop, press down on it and it'll set your loop for you. If you want to do just a regular loop roll, you can press the loop roll button and you get your loop roll as well. The original 57 had built-in effects in it. It had 2 processors in it for effects. The new Mark II doesn't have any effects built in it, but it does allow you to control the new isotopes effects in the Serato DJ software, which actually gives you more effects control than the original 57 did anyway. And the way you can do that, you press down on this effects knob, and you can see the button light up here. So if I turn this knob, it'll open up my effects list in the software, and I can scroll to the effect I want. Press the knob, it'll highlight that effect. Now I can turn that effect on, control the parameter of it, and if I want to change the beats of that effect, I can hold down shift and hit this button again, and now this will go to the beats part of it, and I can change the beats of the effect. So whether a delay is on like a 4/4 or 1/2 or 1 or a quarter note or whatever it is like that. So each channel also has a high pass, low pass filter, a dedicated high pass, low pass. Your USB aux here has a high pass, low pass filter as well. And you can set up your SB6 to play out of this channel. So it comes out of its own channel. You can filter it, you can cue it. Switching between 2 laptops, and you can hook up 2 laptops to the 57 Mark II. It has 2 sound cards in it, 2 10-channel sound cards in it. And switching between laptops is as simple as just turning this knob from USB-A to USB-B. So couldn't really get any easier than that. Super, super quick. Now I can be playing a song on my laptop on USB-A here. You can have your laptop, switch it over to USB-B, and you can be playing a song off your laptops at the same time. So however we want to configure these, you know, it can be done.
Now this unit hasn't hit the market yet, right?
No, it's not fully completed yet. Well, we're still working on a few things. I think right now it's scheduled around March. And hopefully everything will go well and we'll be able to get that out. I know there's a lot of anticipation.
What's the retail going to be?
I'm not 100% sure. I think MAP is around 1745 or something like that, 17-ish. But again, don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. There's also a foot switch jack on the front. You can hook up a 3-button foot switch and assign those buttons to trigger different features in the software as well. So that I know a lot of scratch DJs like to turn key lock off when they scratch so they can get like the intricacies of the sound and then turn it back on when they mix. And that's perfect with the foot switch because your hands are, you can still do what you're doing and turn it on and off. The fader section. This was a big deal about the original 57 and setting it up how you want, because different DJs play different styles in different ways. Some people like the fader reverse on the other side. And if you want to reverse the way the fader input is, you just hit the button here. And now instead of this deck being on in this position, it's on in this position. If you want to change the input of the channel fader to where it's off at the top and on at the bottom, you hit the reverse button here. And now the sound is on at the bottom and off at the top. If you want this channel to control this deck, you can hit channel swap, and now instead of having to plug this deck into this channel, you can just do it here. So again, if we spin it 2 totally different ways, it's just a matter of like pressing the buttons to set it up how you need instead of rewiring everything in the back. And so it's an incredible mixer, just like the original 57, but it brings it up to date and gives you a lot more use with Serato DJ and stuff that's going on nowadays.
Thank you very much, DJ Wiz.